and it was awesome. It kind of really opened my eyes about what the world is really like out there, and like, yeah, it's different, there's more out there than what you see every day. Hi, my name is Daniel Wagner of DDubDesigns. I started it in December 2007, so I guess technically 2008 was when I actually started trying and really working. I grew up in Auburn, Washington, and then I moved to Seattle when I was like 18 years old and lived there for a few years. And then I moved down to Los Angeles in 2012, and I lived there for about 3 years, and then I moved back here in July of 2015, or June actually. I started playing, I really liked video games growing up, obviously, as a kid. And then I started playing computer games, and with that you had the access to edit the game and the contents of the game and the looks of stuff, and people used Photoshop, which I had no idea what it was. Yeah, I just got it one day and just had fun. Started reading tutorials and making stuff that I liked. I mean, there's just no real, technique I can explain. It's just maybe how I handle going about the artwork and thinking about it and how I execute it. I've recently, about 2-3 years ago, started using a tablet, which is with a pen, so I can kind of move from using a mouse onto an actual pencil-like stylus, and with that it just gives you a whole different way to kind of make your work more personalized. I did MySpace layouts for a few years, and it was awesome. I learned a lot about HTML and coding, which I now apply to websites. If it wasn't for MySpace, I wouldn't have known those different, basic type coding things, but still, it's the foundation of making a website and making it work. And so when that all died out, I kind of started focusing on artwork, which is something I obviously liked, like looking at bands' album artworks and stuff like that. It was super cool. And then like, just talking to bands and asking if they wanted to work. I'm self-employed and I get my own clients. I work with, management companies. I still work with record labels, but I work with them on a freelance basis. It's like I've worked with like the Misfits, and stuff like that. And I did the Metalocalypse thing. I did the website, I did like the logo, I did just random graphic-oriented things. I love Circus Survive. I've had a chance to work with them. Like a year ago, I created the website for them, and that was a band which I grew up loving. I was definitely, I still love them, but like being in high school and stuff, that was without a doubt like my favorite band. So it's more that, I worked with them simply because I've worked with the company that started managing them. Like I worked with them prior. Like I created a website for a band called Terror. I created a website for a band called Between the Buried and Me, and they were all managed by the same company, and so that company picked up Circus Survive. And it was completely random to work with them. It was crazy, surreal. Just the website. Luckily, they still use the website, so I'm still kind of like doing updates. What inspires me? I don't know, music, or just random items, really. I like different pieces of art and photographs and patterns and colors and objects that I like. Here's a bunch of artworks, or a bunch of album artworks that I've done over the years that have been printed on CDs. I don't have all of them, honestly. I probably only have like half, maybe a little over half, but here's one I did for a band called Volumes, which is an album they released last year, and it was just, the artwork was themed around Los Angeles, the city, so I kind of went around and shot various locations for the booklet for each song. Like this is from the Hollywood sign. View of downtown. This is leaving LAX, or landing at LAX even. This is in Malibu. Like there's just various imagery to match each track. Yeah, it's super cool. This is the toy box I helped design like 9 months ago. Someone came up with the character and like the idea and stuff, and illustrated it, and you see it inside, what it looks like. It's pretty fun. First time I've ever done something like this. Here are a few skateboards I've designed over the years, or like helped put together a few of them. Like this one was for a band, but it's for their 10-year anniversary of the album. So I really just had to kind of rework the artwork to fit on the skateboard, so I didn't really actually create the artwork itself. Same with this skateboard, I like worked with elements of the artwork and reworked it to fit on the skateboard. And then I have this one, which I did for a band. It was created for a band called Darkest Hour, and it was for their like 10-year anniversary or something, which I also did the tour ad mat for. And this was the first one I ever done, the first skate deck I ever done, which is I ever created was for a band called Man Overboard, and I made this in like 2011. Yeah, there's some down here. This is volumes, these 2 volume skateboards. So this one was themed for their second record, Via, which I ended up creating all new artwork for the skateboard on top of the CD stuff. So this is probably one of my favorites right here. This was a photo I shot from Dodger Stadium of downtown Los Angeles, and this was before the No Sleep artwork was created, so this also kind of set the tone for that record as far as imagery and the art direction we wanted to do, because we kind of started using this with the band and all their fans reacted really well to it, and so we just stuck with it and it worked really well. I don't know, I'll do this for, I'll design hopefully forever. I love creating artwork and creating graphics.